Hello everybody, welcome back to another Expeditions Guide. Today we're taking a look at Towering Attractions. This is a contract in the Unshakeable Island. For this contract we're going to be using the Scout 800 with a set of anchors. That is all we need to do this one. So let me show you what we're going to be doing. So from the southeast outpost we are just going to follow this ridge line to the north, jump off of it, and then head up this way and get the first waypoint. Now we are going to be going through a rock clearing and a bridge, so 150 spare parts to follow this route. And then we're going to head on down the shoreline, go across the river to the small island, and then on over to the big island where we're going to climb up the middle of it and go to our second objective, which is this tower you can see right here. So that's what we're going to be doing. Let me go ahead and I will show you how it's done. So the first thing we're going to do is head on out of the outpost to the north here, and we're just going to travel pretty much in a straight line here for the most part, other than like weaving between rocks and stuff. And we're going to just follow this ridge line, which, in my opinion, kind of functions like a superhighway on this map, because it is just super quick. You can just get to it. You're right there from the base. And it's, there's no, like, mud. I mean, you do got to, like, weave in and out between the rocks and stuff. But we're going to be doing a little bit of that here. Right here, we're going to pull down the rock here. But, I mean, for the most part, you can get across this map pretty darn quick using this ridge, which is, it's kind of fun. So just gonna keep on following it here. This part right here is probably the trickiest part. We're gonna go up this little side path here. There are a bunch of rocks here, so we're gonna grab onto that birch tree right there, and that is just going to pull us up. But that is pretty much the trickiest part of this ridge line. So here we're just going to just kind of cruise on by. Right here we're just going to climb up onto the rock. Right up ahead here is that bridge I was talking to you guys about earlier. I've already got the bridge built, so we're just going to go right across it. But that is 75 spare parts if you don't have that bridge. Going to keep on zooming down the ridge. Right here we got a bunch of rocks, so we're going to go around these rocks. Just going to kind of snake between them here. Kind of a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. And we're just going to keep on cruising. And now we're going to head off of the ridge, so we're going to use this path down. And we're just going to follow this all the way down to the bottom here. We're going to go all the way around this rock. Okay, we're going to head up through here. And now we've got this pretty tricky climb here. We want to stay to the left here to get around all the big rocks. You may need to kind of pull yourself up with the winch just a little bit here. It is a little on the steep side, but it is perfectly passable. Yeah, we just needed that one little tug to get us up over that rock, and now we're good. So right now we're going to go ahead and make our way through the forest here. Just kind of navigate through the trees until we get to a clearing. Right over here. And from this clearing, we're going to make our way up across these rocks. And this is going to be that avalanche rock clearing I was talking to you about. So if you don't have this cleared, this is another 75 spare parts to clear this out. Just going to cruise right on through here. And once we get on through, we're going to head to the right and follow this rocky climb up to the top. Hold on to it. Come on. A little bit of a winch here. Kind of struggling with those loose rocks a little bit, but pretty easy. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and start scanning this little half tower here. There we go. The ruins were examined. It was concluded that everything here was destroyed and the photo would not work. So now we need to find another tower and take a photo. Get off that rock. Alright, let me show you where we're at and where we're going. So we're right here. So we're going to make our way across the ridge down to the shore, across the island, onto the main island, and make our way up to the top. So that is where we're going. Let's proceed onwards. So we're going to go back down this little rocky pass here. Just go kind of nice and slow. You don't want to bounce too bad on the rocks. And then instead of going through the rock pass, we're going to go to the right, which is going to lead us to a ramp off the ledge, which will take us down to the river shore. I'm just going to head down here, and right here is going to be our climb down. So we're going to want to go to the left side here. We want to just take our time just kind of going over these loose rocks. Kind of use your brakes a little bit. Just watch your speed a little bit. And once you get down to the bottom, we're going to head through this gap between the rocks here. And then we're going to head up through the trees here. There's going to be a nice gap in the trees right here that we can use to get across. And once we get down here, we're going to basically be in this really nice, like, long clearing along the shoreline. So we're just going to follow this all the way down to our river ford so we can get across to the main island. You do got to be careful because even though it's open, we are still kind of driving on a tilt, and there are bumps and hills in the ground here, so you want to just... You can go fast, but, you know, don't go too fast, because otherwise you can kind of bounce your truck the wrong way and flip it over, depending on which one you're using. Alright, so we're going to spiral down here. And right over here is going to be our river ford. So we're going to head on over to this little landmass here, and then go to this small little rock island right here. Let's go over here. We're going to make our way down. Why did that not work? Anchors and jack screws, everyone. Anchors and jack screws. That rock was a bit steeper than the last time I went through here. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so now we're going to cross up onto this smaller island. We're going to go right down into the middle of it and cut across. And here we have another river ford. This one is not as lumpy, so we can go right across here. There's like a deep spot right here, but it's not like super deep or anything. But just a note to watch out for it. Alright, so now what we're going to do is follow this kind of like washed out rocky path up through the middle of the island here. And we're just going to follow this up until the end of it. So make your way around the rocks, and we're just going to kind of follow this flat open area. Ourselves off this rock. There we go. Alright, once we get over here, we're just going to continue to follow this path. And now we're going to go right up through the woods. And then we're going to head up on the right side here to go up a hill. from here, we're going to cut right through these trees. And right on the other side of these trees are some rocks, so you want to make sure you go right in between the rocks. Head on down to the left here. Just going to kind of follow this path here. And that's going to take us right in between the rocks here. So go through here. We want to go off this rock on the left here. We got one more rock to climb down. We're going to take this one nice and slow. Just kind of roll down the rock. And we're going to head on through here. We'll follow this path for just a little bit here. And then we're going to head to the right around these rocks. And we're going to find a climb up to the top of the mountain. So we're just going to go kind of right up the middle here. We do not need to caress that rock while he was doing that, but that's alright. Right up ahead here, we're at the top, and we're going to head on down to the building. And then we're going to go ahead and take a picture of the tower. There we go. And that is going to complete Towering Attractions. Hope you guys enjoyed this guide. Let me know what you think. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.